Hey y'all, come on in. Alright, I think I'm good. I might be late. Oh my god, I might be late. Where's my notes? Okay, there we go. I hope y'all had a great day. Hey Rhea, thank you. Thanks for joining. Oh, let me go do this. This might go blank for just a few seconds because I gotta share it. And while I'm doing that, y'all go ahead and share the live too, okay? So hold on. We're gonna do that. There's that, and then we're gonna do it this way as well. All right, guys, I hope that didn't take too long because I was watching this when I downloaded it to my YouTube. It's like a whole blank screen. I was like, oh my God, I hope nobody goes away. So when you come in, go ahead and double tap the screen like this. Just put your finger and just go double tap the screen like the live, okay? And share the live. Hi, because I don't know who you know, and I'm nosy like that. I kind of want to know who you know. And I probably should have put another shirt on because this right here blocks out. Hey, Mo Better, how you doing? Y'all come on in. Look, we're here now. We are here now, okay? All right. Okay, now, check this out. If this is your first time seeing me live, welcome. I'm so glad you're here because I know that time is a precious commodity. And if even you're going to spend 30 seconds of your time with me, I truly appreciate it, okay? So if this is your first time here and you've never seen me, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Tracy. I am an independent travel agent, which means I make money when I book travel. And I'm also a marketing rep, which means I make money when I'm not booking travel, okay? I've got two businesses, okay? Two businesses. And together they give me the opportunity to make 8 streams of income. I don't know about y'all, but if I can get paid 8 times for one person, oh, come on. Why not, right? And today I'm doing a Q&A, questions and answers. So if you've got questions about the travel business, being a travel agent, what it's like to be in the travel industry, then you are in the right place. You got questions, I got answers, and all you got to do is put your questions down there in the chat. Or you can go to travelagentworkshop.com using my code TNIGHT5602. Travel Agent, that workshop, y'all, it's going to give you the best sneak peek into what it's like being in the travel industry, being part of the travel business. Okay, the $10 trillion industry. Okay, I want y'all to remember that 10 trillion with a T. Okay, and so we're going to be talking about that today. So like I said, if you got questions, I've got answers. All right, and let me tell you something about them questions right now. There's no such thing as a crazy question, a stupid question, or a dumb question. My English teacher in the 7th grade, Miss Davis, or is it a Mrs. Davis? I just know Davis, okay? She told us that the dumbest question that you have is the one you do not ask, okay? All right? Now, if you see me guys doing something like this, looking down, it's because I'm trying to see your notes. I'm trying to see your comments and your questions, okay? But I want to be here with you guys, all right? Okay? All right, so let me tell you a little bit about me while people are jumping in, okay? And I know that y'all sitting over there in the peekaboo room because one of y'all sitting in my seat. If you look at the back, I probably scratched my name in it. I know I shouldn't have, but I did, okay? But you can also come over here in the live and join us. We don't bite. There's plenty of room, okay? Hey, Kathy, thank you for joining. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm currently in the DMV, right? It looks a little cloudy outside. I asked my girl, go. Because you said her name too loud. She just go like, what? Anyway, she said it's supposed to rain between now and tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And the way the little arthritis is going on in my knees, she might be right, Rabbit. She might be right. Okay? So, it's a little cloudy right about now. But I was not born and raised here. I am a transplant, y'all. I am here via the military, right? Because I am an Army veteran. Because at the age of 18, I raised my hand to say I was going to protect God and country for the United States Army. Army strong. Whoop. And I got on my very first plane ride to go to Germany. And that's because they told me there was no other way I can get over there. Apparently, you can't walk to Germany. Who knew? Okay, so I went over there and I started doing my job, and then I found out that I was able to do a little traveling over there for little or nothing because the military is going to help me do it. Got you. So while I was there, I got to see places like Paris, France, London, Belgium, all of that, right? And hey y'all, hey Bobette, hey Audrey. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like it and share the live. I want to know who you know. I'm nosy like that. And if you really want to be rebellious, you want to let TikTok know we in here, go ahead and touch that orange heart at the top of the screen, right? Just let them know we're in here. We're talking travel and we're talking money. Okay? All right. Hey, Betty. Hey, Sweetbread. Y'all, look, I'm glad you're here. So while I was there, I got to do some traveling. And I think that's where the travel bug was either, sitting on my arm and bit me like a mosquito, or maybe I ate something and it became part of my DNA. I just know. Thank you, Audrey, for the follow. I'm going to try and follow you right back because I just got my nails done and they're not even long. Okay? I got your follow. I followed you right back. Thank you. But I knew from then on that I was going to be traveling for the rest of my life because, like I said, I was born in Gary, Indiana. Okay? And that's where I was raised. No, I do not know the Jacksons, did not see the Jacksons, did not meet the Jacksons. Janet and I are close in age, birthdays and stuff by months. But no, by the time I got up in my little hard bottom shoes and was walking, they was already gone. All right, so they was already gone. But I grew up in, let me see, how do I say this? Because I don't want people to feel sorry for me or, sympathetic or anything else like that, because the way I grew up made me the woman I am today. My mother was awesome, okay? So I don't regret any of it. It's just that's the way it was. But I grew up in the world. My world consisted of first of the month welfare checks. And being the oldest, I was always the one who probably went with my mother to the welfare office if there was a glitch. The food stamps, you remember the food stamps? Or maybe y'all don't. Ooh. The food stamps that used to be in the book that you tear out, okay? And most stores wouldn't let you use the loose stamps, okay? You had to have the book, right? Okay? And clothing vouchers, right? So, and when I say clothing vouchers, all right, I mean, I was about this big for a large part of my life, all right? Look, my fingers ain't that big no more. But I always got the hand-me-downs. Even though I was the oldest, I was always the smallest. So when cousin so-and-so outgrew something, a coat, some jeans, some shoes, I got those. I got all the hand-me-downs. We didn't get a chance to go, clothes shopping unless it was the first of the school year. Because we got to do some, school clothes shopping, right? Thank you for the rose, Audrey. Easter, all right? We did our shopping for Easter, unless our grandmother, she was a seamstress and she was good at it. As a matter of fact, unless she made our clothes, we had to go buy them. But I want to show you this picture. It might be hard to see, but you see that suit? That's my brother, right? My grandma made that suit, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. And if you look, this is me over here with the elephant stockings, because all that. But my grandmother made that suit. So she made a lot of our clothes as well, right? So this is the world that I lived in. And when it came to travel, we knew that. That was not on the priority list. Food, shelter, and clothing, yes, we had that. Although there are some times when the lights was out, there were a couple of mayonnaise sandwiches, or we used to call them wish sandwiches because we were wishing they had meat in them. But we made it out okay. I think I turned out pretty good, and I love me some meat, okay? All right? So like I said, I have no regrets, but that was my reality, right? And travel was not part of it. If I wanted to travel, before I went to the military, if I wanted to travel, I needed to go in the living room on Saturday nights, turn the TV on, the ABC, and I watched The Love Boat. I always watched The Love Boat. I loved Isaac, not that way, but I loved being on the boat, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to be on the boat at the bar talking to Isaac. Okay? Or I watched Fantasy Island. and that whole greenery of the landscape was amazing to me. Okay, and I also watched lifestyles of the rich and famous. Okay, so I would watch all these people who were celebrities with these fancy cars, these big old houses that had bathrooms in every bedroom. Y'all know, right? That's what I watched as far as travel. So I traveled vicariously through whoever I saw on TV or in the magazines, right? Getting up, calling the airlines, a book a flight to go where? What? Who does that in my world? Nobody that I knew of, right? So by the time I got out of the military and I got dropped over here in the DMV, Virginia specifically, and that's where I met my husband, best husband ever, right? Together we have 3 children. They ain't children. They grown folk. One of them has children or child, right? I already knew that I wanted to travel, so I had to make sure that the money in my wallet not only took care of my needs, but, took care of my wants, right? So I had to do the whole job thing. And I started working for the federal government shortly thereafter, once I got back on the state side, right? And I was like, okay, so let's get this travel thing started. In 2009, I went on my first cruise. Y'all. And I was like this. I was the tourist. I was like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look, my family already know. I've gotten better though, y'all. I've gotten better. But my family already knew if we're going somewhere, if you want a picture of it, don't trust me to take a picture. Because I'm too busy looking at it. I want to see it. Not through the lens. I want to see it. Okay. Hey, Sean. Okay. So I did all that. But I have been cruising and traveling since 2009. I am the planner. I am the one who's deciding where we're going, when we're going, how we're going to get there, what we're going to do when we're there, what time do we leave, what time do we get back, the transfer, all of that. That was me. Okay. So it was like, hey, Rich. It was like, okay, we could do this. So when it was time for me to retire, which normally would have been in 2 years, right? 2 years. But with the way things changed and the current tenants over there at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, I was like, nah, we're going to do this now. Hey, user 1598. Okay. Hey, Cherry. Hey, Lisa. All right. We're going to do this now. So I decided to retire a little early, right? My last day working for the federal government was March 31st. And since then, I have been a retiree. So I'm newly retired. I ain't seasoned, okay, but I ain't brand new, all right? But this gives me more time to work on my business. But before I retired, I had to do some research because, being in the military taught me about recon, research. You just don't go doing stuff all willy-nilly, right? Okay. Hey, Deborah. So I did my research. I talked to some people, real live people, face-to-face people. Thank you, Lisa, for the follow. I'm going to follow you right back. Okay, so I was like, okay, I got my information. I Googled, I YouTubed, all this, so I can have the information. Not to mention, my very first step was to go ahead and talk to my father, and I asked him according to his will, if this be his will, I pray for success, prosperity, according to his will, his grace, his mercy, in Jesus' name. He gave me the green light. Okay, then I talked to the man of the house, my hubs, right? And he was like, well, duh. You do it anyway, you might as well get paid for it. One of the reasons I married him, because he's pretty smart, y'all. He's cute, too. Pretty smart. So I said, okay, we good. I did my recon. I did my research, right? I got it all in front of me. I had notes and everything. So then I said, okay, let me sit on it for a minute. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it, but I'm going to let it sit there for a minute. I'm going to let it marinate, if you will, right? So I'm sitting over here on the tiki-taki, right? Hey, Chanel. Thank you for the heart me. I'm sitting here on the tiki-taki, and look, I got my little thingy in my hand. I'm looking for a cat video, a dog video, because those things just crack me up. I have to keep my inhaler. I have to keep my inhaler handy, because sometimes I'm laughing to the point I can't breathe. Ain't gonna lie. But I'm scrolling, and I don't just sit on anybody's live, because I don't know these people. Do I want to know these people? Some people I look at them from the peekaboo room, like y'all over there. I know. I know. Okay. So I was doing this, and then I saw the words travel. Wait, what? Huh? Travel agent? Who this woman? I'm gonna listen to her. Maybe she got some more information for me, okay? Because you can never have too much information if it's for the good. Remember that. So I'm listening to her, and I was like, I took this, replaced it with this, got some paper, and I'm like, okay, travelagentworkshop.com. She said her code. I did that code thing. I was all over the place. And I watched the whole live. Let me tell you something, y'all. True transparency. Because this, like I said, I ain't no commercial. I ain't no paid spokesperson or nothing. Who knew lives lasted that long? All right? But I watched the whole live. I felt just like I did when I go to church on New Year's Eve and you've been in there for hours. And you don't even realize you've been in there for hours until you get ready to go get in your car and it's 3 a.m. You know, if you know, you know. But I watched the whole video and I reached out to her. And I was like, okay, look, this is it. I'm done. I'm already, girl, you feel me? I was like, the whole thing. And I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to do this. Because the only thing left for me to do was to start my business. But I didn't know. I called, she FaceTimed me. We did a FaceTime thing on Monday. I told her I was interested. I wanted to do this, but I don't get paid till Friday, right? My money might drop in a couple of days early, but for sure by Friday, I can start my business. Look, ain't got good. Won't he do it? My money dropped Wednesday. I started my business Wednesday. I have never looked back. Never looked back, okay? Because what I wanted to do when I retired was to be able to do something I enjoyed doing, right? That gave me, I get the warm and fuzzies planning trips, okay? And now other people would, benefit from me planning their trips because I'm good at it. I'm going to just tell you that right now, all right? And then I can get paid for it? Right? I'm like, what? So you're telling, my hand itching. If I was to go old school, somebody needs to give me my money. Give me my money. But I was like, okay. So what you telling me is I could do everything that I was already doing. I'm looking forward to. Already doing that I already enjoyed doing, and I'm gonna get paid for it. Okay, say less. So that's why we're here tonight or this evening, because it's not quite nighttime yet. I'm here to do a Q&A. You got questions, I got answers about the travel agent business. All right, what it's like to be a travel agent from a real live person. Hey, Sinedra, and she said good evening, y'all. Real live person who does this no longer for fun. I still have fun, but now I get paid for it. Okay, I'm gonna clear that up for you. But I want you to ask your questions. Go ahead and put your questions right here in the chat, or you can go to travelagentworkshop.com, because anything I don't tell you is going to be in travelagentworkshop.com using my code TNIGHT5602. Okay, that's gonna give you the best sneak peek into this business, this industry. Look, industry. While I'm thinking about it, travel is a $10 trillion industry. 10 trillion with a T. I don't know about y'all, but I did. I pulled up the computer on my phone. Because if I could get 0.5% of the 10 trillion, if I could make 0.5% of the 10 trillion, you know what that is? I did the math. $50 million. I don't know about y'all, but I could pay a few bills, take a couple of trips here and there, might even give some money going up and down the street to people. $50 million. And that's just 0.5%. Okay? Sophia, thank you for joining. And hi, ma'am, why do you have to pay monthly fees? Oh, well, that's a good question. So I ain't going to even say, look, I could give you the look. But no, that's a good question. The monthly fees is because for $199.90, you get a whole lot. And part of that is 2 businesses, so they come with back offices. Somebody's got to help you keep track of those commissions, your team members, everything else you're going on, the website that you're going to receive. Somebody's got to help you maintain that. That's that overhead, okay? Somebody's got to keep your emails to your customers going so they'll know what's going on, the hottest thing in travel, so they can book with you again and again and again. It's a maintenance thing. That's what you're doing monthly. Does that help you, Sophia? I hope so. I mean, if you can do all that by yourself, you go, girl. But I like the fact that I can work this business in my sleep and wake up and get paid, because somebody is doing what they need to be doing in the background, right? Did that help you, Sophia? Okay. Now I know you see that $199.90 up there. That's probably why you're saying, "Wait a minute, monthly." Okay. Thank you, Sinedra. Yes, Sophia, I am. And that $199.90 is a one-time fee. You're not going to pay that again. You're not going to do it next month, next year, next quarter. No matter how long you are in business, you will only pay that $199.90 one time. And it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So does that help you any, Sophia? Are you already in the business, or are you just, you're like teetering? You just don't know. You're looking for the right place to land when you jump off the fence. You tell me. Yes, it is. It's a business. It truly is. This ain't no hobby. This ain't no, well, look, I almost, see, if I could really say some of the things I wanted to say, because sometimes, and I'm working on it, y'all, God is working on me, my language might get a little blue, but not here, because I've worked on it. If I say what I want to say, come on now. Ma'am, not to be disrespectful, and I don't think you are, I own a travel agency which helps others without fees. You know what? That's great, because you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing, Sophia? You're doing the same thing that our host agency does, okay? You are getting your 100% of all your commissions, but you're paying 100% of all the bills and stuff like that, making sure your CLIA's up to date, making sure your IATA numbers are up to date. You got to pay that every year. There are financial responsibilities at having a host agency to take care of. That, number one, I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to do that. I want to be with the host agency who's taking care of all that for me. All I need to do is get up, book travel, and talk to people and get paid. I ain't paying nobody but what, $59.90 a month? But I can go to any of my back offices and check my commissions. I can check what's going on with my people. I can always still use my CLIA number, my IATA number, all of that. I ain't paying for none of that. It's already there. When you start your business and join my team, you get all your credentials up front. And we ain't paying for that. Okay, so what you're doing is what our host agency does, and look, good for you. Look, I don't mean this sarcastically, but it's not the route that I want to take when I want to be a travel agent. Okay, I don't want to have my whole host agency. Okay, thank you, Sinedra. All insurance is paid for. Sophia says, I would prefer to empower my advisor, and that's awesome. But check this out. Check this out. When people start their business and join my team, I can do the same thing. And I do. I spend a couple of hours every day talking to my team members. Oh yeah, I got team members up under me. I'm advising them. I am coaching them. I am mentoring them. Okay? And I still make money. Right? So you can do that. Doesn't matter whether you're owning that host agency or you're part of a host agency. If you're building a team of those with you and on your team, who's to say I can't mentor and coach my travel agents? Because aren't they in business for themselves, but just not by themselves? I'm on the not by yourself part, because I'm always there for them. They have access to me 24/7. Okay? All right? I provide the same services without charging fees. Okay. That's great. But you're doing that. I'm not paying no rent. I work from anywhere. Okay? I can use my phone, my laptop, my computer. As long as I got some Wi-Fi, I'm good. I work anywhere. I ain't paying no rental space, okay? I ain't paying for no computer fees. I'm not paying for yearly credentials for nobody, not even me. I'm not paying for insurance, BDM, CRMs. I'm not paying for none of that. And neither are anyone on my team. Okay, while I appreciate all of that, Sophia, I congratulate you on having your agency, and I hope that it is successful for you. But it is not the only way out there for someone to be a travel agent. Not to mention that I'm part of the original home-based travel agency. All my agents can do this from anywhere. They don't have to go to no office. They ain't got to log in. They ain't got to go. No, they ain't got to answer to nobody but themselves. I'm here for them, but they're in business for themselves. Sophia says, thank you for your responses. I offer the same services. Just wanted to let you know. You're awesome, Sophia. Thank you for joining my live. I appreciate you for the different perspective. Okay, see, there are different ways that you can go ahead and be a travel agent. One is like what Sophia is doing. If you want to have your whole host agency by yourself, do that. We have someone on the team. She did that. She did that. This is even after being with other host agencies that just did not treat her right, they did not live up to the expectations or whatever. And then she started her own. She will tell you straight up, that's a lot of money that goes into it. And first of all, Sophia, if you got that kind of money, girl, you got that kind of money? Yeah. But she let me and others know, and she will tell you, she spent thousands in just the 1 year getting her agency started, making sure she had everything in place, the insurances, the credentials, and all of that. I wouldn't advise it, but if you want to do it, I'm not going to say don't. That's just one way you can do it. You can do it. Okay. Another way is to work with a host agency, right? Because they are taking care of all of that for you, right? So like I said, what you're doing, Sophia, is the same thing the host agency that I'm doing. I just choose not to have my own host agency, all right? I ain't trying to pay that much kind of overhead, right? If you told me that all I gotta do is pay $60 and somebody gonna take care of my back office, my websites, and give me resources and training, and that's all I gotta pay a month, versus I got to pay every year for my CLIA, every year for my IATA, every year for my ARC. I got to cover myself in insurance. No, we're not doing that. But there are those who make that choice, and I say yay for you. Okay? I say yay for you. All right? But thank you again for your different perspective, because now that allows me to put that out there so people will know. Free for who, Sophia? They're not free for my host agency. Because somebody got to pay for the CLIA numbers. Somebody's paying for the IATA numbers. Somebody's paying for all the stuff that I get for free, right? The monthly is so somebody can take care of that website that they pretty much took care of for me, right? It's free for me because I don't have to pay those numbers every year. But the host agency, just like you, has to pay them every year. And they're doing it for over 135,000 agents in over 20 countries. For my team gets the exact same opportunities that I do. When they started, they got their credentials right off the bat, paying nothing extra. Okay, nothing extra. Our host agency takes care of all that stuff that you're taking care of for your team, as I guess you should if you are their host agency. Right. That's one of the, you know what, Jeanette, that's one of the things that Monica ran into with another host agency, right? See, Sophia, and maybe I'm wrong, but, right, now we have to go to school for that either. Sophia sounds like she is her own personal version of our host agency, which hey, if it works for you, it works for you. It's not a me thing. It's not a me thing. It's not my team's thing. If they want to go out and be travel agencies, they can do that. What you are, Sophia, in my opinion, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you are the equivalent of a host agency, like the one I'm under. My host agency takes care of all that stuff. So yes, it's all free to me. It's all free to my team members who are underneath the agency, okay? And you know what? I can wait. If I book a trip and I know I got $1,248.16 coming, I will wait for my $1,248.16 because that's the money I didn't have before, okay? And here's the thing. I always let my team members know, we already know what's going on. So they have the option to say, you know what, I don't want to wait that long. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of different host agencies do it a little differently because some don't pay the commission that we pay out, all right? But it's all good. It's all good. Exactly. I And look, I ain't trying to be smart, but I think I said that. I said you are the equivalent of a host agency. You're a host agency like the one I'm up under. You're taking care of all of that, where your agents are not paying all that unless they. You know what, Sophia? We can have this conversation all night long, girlfriend. We could go back and forth all night long. My point is that you, as a host agency, is an option for anyone who wants to go into the travel business. They can do that. They can go in as their own agency. They get 100% of their commission. They probably get it faster than what we get it. Okay, that's good, but I don't know about you, but I can wait on $1,000. Okay? I can. All right. And I don't have to pay any overhead. I don't have to pay any other bills. My monthly takes care of the stuff that I'm glad they're doing it, because look, I can't be but one person. All right. I guess what is getting me is that having your own travel agency is not the be all, and the only way for you to be successful in the travel industry. All right. Some people love it, doing it just that way. I'm not some people. I'm Tracy. I wanted to be under a host agency, okay, because I did my research. I'm not trying to do all that as a host agency. That's not the kind of business I wanted to build. It's just not. And I commend you if you are doing it and you're doing it successfully, and you've got a great agency going on. I say yay you. It's just not a me thing, okay? And since it's not a me thing, I'm still going to congratulate you for doing what you're doing. I'm not going to, I ain't going to say put anybody down, because I'm not saying that's what you did, but I'm just saying I recognize there is more than one way to be a travel agent in this business. All right. And I chose the one to be under an FTC compliant agency. I chose to be with an agency who's at the top of the Better Business Bureau in travel. I chose an agency who receives the Magellan Award at least 3 times in this last year, 13 at count that I'm aware of, okay? Who did over, I want to say 500, was it million? Hold on, because I got some notes, Sophia. Yeah. We did, our host agency paid over $300 million in commissions. Hi, user 0519. Okay. Yeah. So, and we've done that, all right? IntelliTravel, that is my host agency, has been in business for over 34 years, okay? Our marketing partner has been in business for almost 10 years, okay? We have booked over $5.3 billion in travel, right? I don't know about you, calling me lazy, whatever you want to do. But look, if I can do what I'm doing and getting people to their travel destinations and get paid for it, I ain't got time to worry about insurance. I ain't got time to worry about credential renewal. I ain't got time for none of that. I just want to, look, I want to pay my $60, y'all maintain, so I can get to my website, so my customers can get to my website, so I can add to that $5.3 billion in travel that was booked, so I can get a part of that $300 million in commissions. Okay? All right? So there are different ways. Like I said, there are different ways that you can get into the travel agent business, and that's why I'm going to leave that one. Okay? You have an amazing day too, Sophia, and thank you again for the, thank you. Let's see, what were we talking about? Oh, okay. So, again, if you're just joining me, my name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional, right? I have 2 businesses within travel. I am an independent travel agent, which means I make money when I am booking travel for me, myself, and I, my friends and family. And I'm a travel marketing rep, which means I am making money when I'm not booking travel for me, myself, and I. Okay? Together, both opportunities gives me 8 streams of income. Right? And I don't know about you, but I like a job that'll pay me 8 times. As a matter of fact, since I started my business, starting in April, because, I had to get my little feet wet and learn what I was needing to learn and everything, I've been paid every week since April 6th. Every week. I'm going to get paid next week. Okay? So, yeah, I'm loving what I do. I do. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you. So, let's move on. I know y'all see all that stuff up there, and we're going to talk about that, but I just wanted to give you some fun facts, because I found out something new today, y'all. When I was doing Thank you, Sinedra. What I was doing, I was watching a live this morning, and my awesome director, she put some information out there that I did not know, because I already knew that 85 out of 100 people are still booking their travel themselves. They don't need no stinking travel agent. They don't. They're doing it themselves. They'll tell you straight. I've had a couple of people tell me straight to my face in all four of my eyeballs and tell me I don't need no travel agent, because I know how to go. I know enough travel agents. They done showed me how to do this. I know how to do that. I booked my travel. I know you do. I see your current situation photos on the Facebook. Okay? I know you do. But here's the thing. You may not need a travel agent, but you might want to become a travel agent, because all that work you're doing, you're not not getting paid for it, baby. You're doing it for free. Queen Chanel says, there is more than one way to skin a cat. You choose. Love, not throw shade. You did amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? Because I appreciate people like Miss Sophia, because she did say she wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I think she was just standing 10 toes down on what she does. And okay, I guess if I had my own agency, I would be doing the same thing. I just wanted anybody who's listening and or watching to recognize that there is more than one way to start your travel business and be successful at it. I pray for much success from Miss Sophia in her agency. I do, and I mean that from the sincerity of my heart. Okay, but like I said, 85% of the people are booking their own travel for free. I ain't got no shade against them either, because I was there. All right, like I said, I was there. Right, but when I found out, because they say when you know better, you do better. Right, when I found out that I could do the exact same thing that I was doing, I was having fun doing it, booking these trips, getting everybody together, doing all this for the last 16 years. Because remember, I told you I've been cruising since 2009. And I've also been places like Vegas. We went to Disney World. I've been back and forth to Dallas a few times. Okay, I did all that and didn't get paid for it. But now you're telling me that I can do the exact same thing, no more, no less, and get paid for it? Shut the front door. Okay. So while you're in that 85% saying, I can do this on there. You look, you're right. You don't need a travel agent. You need to become a travel agent, so you can stop giving your money to the .coms. Stop giving it to the Expedia.coms, the kayaks, the bookings. I ain't got no shade against them. I'm gonna say that over and over again. But when you do all that work, looking through all them tabs, clickety clacking it here and there to find the best rate, and you're only getting the consumer rate. I get the real rate. But when you're doing all that, and you're done, and you hit that submit, boop, guess who gets your commission? Because something else I learned when I was doing my research, okay? Because I'm going to keep it real. I thought that all I need to do is be a travel agent, and then they would pay me. Did I know who was going to pay me? No. So that's why I did my research. I found out that there is a commission attached to everything in travel, from the rental cars, the hotels, the cruises, the all-inclusives, excursions, travel insurance even, okay? And I just recently found out about a couple of months ago, because I'm telling you, I learned and earned at the same time, right? Sporting event tickets, concert tickets, okay? Look, Miss Janet done extended her tour, so if you're trying to go see her, you need to slide in my inbox. Comedy tickets, a lot of stuff is covered with commissions that we didn't know about it. Because when you did finally hit that submit and you was like, whoo, trip is booked, woo, woo, okay, you scroll down to the fine print. You know the fine print that you don't read, because I don't read it. I read more of it now, but most of us did not read it. But I can tell you what's not there. What's not there is, hi, thank you for booking your travel. I'm so glad. I hope you enjoy yourself. But if you had been a travel agent, you would have gotten X, Y, and Z dollars. No, you don't see that. They didn't even tell you there was a commission attached. But travel agents know that. So we get paid by commission off of everything we book. Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, you know what, y'all had me at everything we book, okay? And now that I know even booking somebody to go to see Miss Carter will get me a commission, shut up. That's all I'm saying. All right. And I told you, like when we were having a discussion earlier, I told you about some of the great things of our host agency, FTC compliant, the Magellan Award. Okay. I did not know about the Magellan Award. Okay. But I found out it's the Grammys and the Oscars of travel. And we get that. Okay. Answer to the IRS every year. The BBB, Better Business Bureau, has us atop of travel. And my absolute favorite is we are the original home-based travel agency. Home-based travel agency. I'm liking that because, like I said, I wanted to retire, but I didn't want to retire to go do another job. We weren't going to do that. So if I could do what I need to do and still enjoy what I'm doing and get paid for it from home, say less. Say less. All right? So I loved being part of the original home-based travel agency. There's a lot of them out there, but they're not like us. They're not like us. Okay? All right? All right. Now, again, if you have questions, go ahead and put them right down here. Hey y'all. Thanks for coming in. Put them right down here. Or you can go to travelagentworkshop.com. Using my code TNIGHT5602. Now let me tell you something. When you go to travelagentworkshop.com, do not put www. Let me look. No, there's no www there, so you don't need it. Do not put the THE in front of travelagentworkshop.com. Let me take another look with both pairs of eyes. Nope, there's no THE in front of that. No, don't put it. And please don't put it in the Google box because then you'll get lost. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't coming to get you. Put it just the way you see it. travelagentworkshop.com. It's going to take you to a page. You'll know you're in the right place when you see this pretty lady with these gorgeous locks working on her computer. Okay? Right? That's on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you'll see the words Team Relentless. You're in the right place. I need you to scroll down toward the bottom. They're going to ask you for your first name, an email address, and the code TNIGHT5602. Now, if you don't want to put your good government name, don't put your good government name. My favorite name to put in there, if I was going to be, afraid of my name, Teddy Bear 22. That's the one I use. Teddy Bear 22 in there. Just make sure you got to work an email and the code, TNIGHT5602. What they're going to do is they're going to send you an email. You're going to get an email, and in that email was going to be a video. It is a free video. The workshop is free. It is a start and stop video. Watch the video. Okay, when I first watched the video, I was watching Mr. Dean, right, and I had to do it in 3 different. I was all over the place. I got a nice little open concept kind of house over here, right? But my phone was in my hand as I'm watching her on the TikTok. My computer was in my home office back here. So I had to go in the bedroom. Well, that's where it was. It used to be a bedroom, but it's an office now, right? On that computer. Then I had to run back out here in the kitchen to finish cooking. I was cooking chicken. I'm not finna, I don't care what the stereotypes say, I ain't finna burn my food. So I was all over the place. But I was watching the video because it was a start and stop video. A free start and stop video. Okay? So you can do that. Watch that. Now, if you go to travelagentworkshop.com and you put all that information in there and you don't get your email within 20 minutes or so, check your junk file, check your spam folders first. And if it's still not there, let me know. Come into my inbox. Make sure you're following me so you find me, and I will send you the link. Hey, Patricia. Thank you for the follow. I'm following you right back. Your account is private, so you'll have to approve my request. But thank you for the follow. Okay? All right, so there's that, right? You go to the workshop. Okay, great. Now, y'all see all that up there, right? Y'all see up there, the $199.90. I purposely chose this screen tonight because inevitably somebody's going to ask how much does it cost. $199.90 with the monthly being $59.90. Okay, all right. All that stuff around it. I don't know if you can see it all. But look, that's just some of the stuff you're going to get when you start your business and join my team. Now, I know I asked y'all, because look, is y'all still tapping the screen? Come on. Because when we get to 10K, I'm giving away a travel voucher. And I can honestly say it's a good one. It's a cruise voucher. Just thought I'd let y'all know that. But we got to get to 10K first. And when we do, It's not just for one lucky person. Anybody who's in the sound of my voice and even in the Peekaboo room, y'all can still play. Goes to my inbox, types the number 10, the letter K, and their email address. I'm going to send you a voucher. All right? I do it all the time. I really do. Okay? So, another question, and if you guys ain't going to ask a question, I'm going to tell you some of the questions that I get, but you can put your question down below. You got questions? I got answers. Okay? All right. How did I used to put in the email? Do you have any questions and or concerns? Just put them right down there. I love a good debate, as y'all can tell. I love a good debate. Okay? Okay? Anyway, can you make money in this business? Yes, because you get paid by commission. And I've already told you that everything in travel has a commission attached to it. You just don't see it. As you're clickety-clacking and getting your rate, your consumer rate. First of all, let me tell you, your consumer rate and the travel rate that I get, consumer, real rate, all right? We don't travel the same. You and I could be sitting right next to each other on our computers, booking the same trip to the Bahamas on the same flight, living in the same hotel. We're probably going to be sitting next to each other on the beach, close enough to share an umbrella. And your consumer rate, what you pay for your trip, is not going to be the real rate that I paid for my trip. We don't travel the same. We don't. Keep that in mind. Okay? But yes, you get paid by commission. Now you're probably asking, well, what's the commission? First of all, when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, you go to the workshop, don't forget my code, you'll find all this out. You'll find out the streams of income, the compensation plan, how the commissions work, all that and more. Okay? Like I said, whatever I don't come out my mouth, you can find out in travelagentworkshop.com. Okay? But I'm going to tell you as much as I can. All right? So, when you start your business and join my team, your commission, the commission split for you right out the door, the commission split is 70-30. You're going to get 70% of the commissions on everything you book. Everything you book. Okay? And like I said, there's a commission attached to everything in travel. All right? So let's just say you book a trip and the commission on that is $1,000. You get 70% of that. You don't need no calculator. I'm going to tell you. That's $700 one trip. What can you do for $700? Let's see. That's my car note. Gas. Groceries. I can wipe three bills right off the mat. Right? And if you're thinking, well, I don't know if what I book is going to cost that much. It is quite possible to make way more than that. Okay? 2 words for you. 2. Group trips. Think of it like this. Because like I said, you get 70% and you can promote yourself up to 80%. But let's just start at the 70% because I want to make it quite clear. Let's just say 70% off the rip when you start your business and you join my team, right? Thank you, Round Eyes, for sharing the live, right? Let's just say, because this is the way I think about it. Before I became a travel agent and I would go on my cruises, I would see people like 20, 30 deep wearing the same t-shirt that says the family that cruises together. And my first initial thought was, wow, that's a lot of money spent on this cruise for that family, right? That's a lot of money, right? Now, as a travel agent, I'm on this side, and my initial thought was, oh my God, the commission they got off of that. That's 20. I'm wishing I was the travel agent, right? And I'm hoping that whoever put that trip together was a travel agent so they can get the commission off of that. So it is quite possible to get up to $5,000 and more in commissions. And when you hit that $5,000 mark, you have now promoted yourself to getting 80% of the commission. Yeah. Goals, all right? All right? So it can happen. You can make money in this business, but you have to realize that what you put in it is what you're going to get out of it. If you start your business and join my team and just slap a name tag on and says, hey, my name is Tracy and I'm a travel agent, and you do nothing in your business, guess what's going to happen? That part, the nothing. Hi, Chris. How you doing? How do I start? Chris says, how do I start? Well, your very first step, Chris, well, your very, very first step was coming into my life because I don't believe in coinky dinkies. You're here for a reason. Your next step is to go to travelagentworkshop.com. using my code TNIGHT5602. Okay? They're going to send you an email after you put all your information in, because when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, it's going to lead you to a page. Go down to the bottom. It's going to say ask for your first name, an email address, and the code. When you do that, they're going to send you an email with a video. Watch the video. And after you watch the video, it's going to have the instructions on. You say, I'm ready to go, Tracy. I got this. You ready to start your business and join my team? It's going to tell you how. All right? Did that help? Okay? And while I'm thinking about it, thank you, Chris, for that question, because you just triggered something. You're welcome, love. There are three outcomes, when you go to travelagentworkshop.com. Okay? The first outcome is you're going to go to travelagentworkshop.com. You're going to give me your name, the email, and the code. They're going to send you the email with the video. You're going to watch the video. You're going to be like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I got to come out of the 85% club. All right, Tracy, what do I need to do to start my business and join your team? Scroll down. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll see it. Okay? Then outcome 2 is you're going to go to travelagentworkshop.com. You're going to watch the video. You're going to say, oh my God, that does make so much sense. Boop, V8 moment, right? But Tracy, I do have a question, because when they got to the part that was like, wah, 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 I was like, what? So you're going to come back. You can, if I'm still here, and I'm going to be here for a minute, you can go ahead and drop your question there, or you can put it in my inbox. Just make sure you're following me so you can find me, right? I'm going to answer the question. You can be like, I'm glad I asked. Okay, good. All right, so what do I need to do? Start my business, join your team. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, okay, to the end. Boop, 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 boop. You'll see it, right? The third outcome is when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, you're going to watch the video. You're going to agree with everybody else because they're right. It does make sense. But you're going to say, you know what? It's just not for me right now. I get that. I get it, okay? Maybe you weren't planning to start a business this week. Maybe it's not within the budget. I get it. The little financial stars are not aligning. The money's acting funny. All of that. I get it. Because it has nothing to do with the fact that you love travel. You do want to travel more. You'd love to save money when you travel. And of course, who wouldn't want to make money when they're traveling, right? But there's a glitch. There's a financial glitch. It's mostly financial, right? But check this out. Travelagentworkshop.com is every day, 7 days a week, 24/7, 365, right? It's not going anywhere, and neither am I. So when the financial stars align and your money's not acting funny, go to travelagentworkshop.com. Get the information you need to make that informed decision to start your travel business. Like I said, it ain't going nowhere, and neither am I. Okay? All right, so those are the three outcomes to go into travelagentworkshop.com. All right? And there's no limitations on what you make. There's no quotas to meet. All right? Like I said, what you put in your business is what you get out of it. All right? I'm looking for your questions. All right. Thanks again, Chris, for that question. Now, you guys don't have any questions down there, but I got questions. And I'm going to let y'all know. Oh, here's something new I learned today. Here's something I knew. Remember I told y'all 85% of the people who are booking travel today are doing it for free. They're just doing it for fun and for free. Because they're booking their own travel, right? They're booking their own travel. And look, they don't need to be, they don't need a travel agent. They just need to become travel agents. Okay? All right, but 72% of people who travel, they prefer to book their travel online. 72% of the people who are booking their travel prefer to do it online. They need to be travel agents too. Okay? I did not know that. I knew the 85% because everybody booking their stuff on their own now. They know what they doing. They done did it before. They'll do it again. But did you know 72% of the people who are traveling prefer to do it online? They don't want to go see a travel agent. They don't want to do that. They would prefer to get on the computer, clickety-clackety, and do it online. I did not know that, y'all. I did not know that. I do now. And now y'all know. Okay. So, again, if you're just joining us, my name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional. I have 2 businesses in travel. I'm an independent travel agent, which means I make money when I book travel. And I'm also a travel marketing rep, which means I make money when I'm not booking travel. And together, both of those businesses give me the opportunity to make up to 8 streams of income. I ain't greedy by any means, but I'm not leaving food and or money on the table. All right? Okay, so there's that. And I'm doing a Q&A, question and answer session about the travel business. If you have questions, I have answers. You can also go to travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget to use my code TNIGHT5602. You go in there, they're going to give you so much information. Anything that I don't tell you is definitely there in the workshop, and the workshop is free. It's a video, y'all. It's a start and stop video. Yeah. Okay. Now, I have some people who were concerned that because they have full-time jobs that they can't work this business. First of all, we got people in this business who are working just the weekends or whatever free time they get, but they have their full-time job. Okay. Chris says, is there someone that helps you a little on the way? Well, first of all, Chris, I hope you like this face. When you start your business and join my team, and anybody within our umbrella, first of all, you get direct contact with me. You'll get my for real cell phone. You'll also get, and that's one of them things that's on the little circle. Let me see if I can find it. Unlimited, because you might not be able to see it. Unlimited one-on-one coaching with me. You'll get access to that. So if we need to talk every day about something you're confused about, you need help with, I'm there with you every day. Okay? Right? I will be your coach. I will be your mentor. I will be your business partner. What I will not be, Chris, is I will not be your mother, and I will not be your boss. All right? Because we all grown folk up in here. I don't carry whips. I don't micromanage. All right? You're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. But if you need me, I am there. Did that help? Okay? Not to mention when you do join my team and get access to me and the one-on-one coaching, you'll also have access to our private, we'll see what that little Facebook thing is right now. I can't see it. There you go. You will get access to our private Facebook chat. And look, I'm good for using it. All right. But then there's so much information that comes through there. You're like, oh, okay. Because I will ask a question in a minute. Question. And all I gotta do is ask the question. At least 5 people are going to see the question, answer the question, and or point me in the right direction. All right. And you'll also get access to our private Facebook group, where there's hundreds and hundreds of years of experience combined, of course, to anything that you might come across in your traveling booking issues. If somebody wants to go to Dubai and they say, well, I'm allergic to camels, is there another way I can get across the desert or whatever? Somebody gonna tell you. I just recently asked a question about being in Disney World and any hotels that were autism friendly. You know what I mean? Look, I'm still going through the responses. Okay? All right? So you were not alone in this. This is not John Wick 3, where Halle Berry takes him to the desert, gives him a bottle of water, and she don't. No, we don't do that. No. Somebody's going to be with you along the way, Chris, and I hope that helps. Okay? All right. So we're talking about those who are working full time and want to do this business. I say do it. Do I say quit your job? No, I do not say quit your job. Okay. All right. Now I told you I have the opportunity to make and get paid 8 times in a month, 8 streams of income. And if your job ain't paying you 8 streams of income, it's okay, because most jobs don't. But when you start your travel business and you are working that business, if your travel business gets to the point where it's making more than your salaried job, right? Choices have to be made. Decisions need to be made. I'm still not telling you quit your job, but if you say, wait a minute, I'm making way more money and I got a whole lot more time under this travel thing than what this was, you might decide to donate your job back to the thing. But no, Tracy is not saying quit your job. No, she is not. No. I'm just saying use this as leverage. Use travel as leverage. You're doing it anyway. You're booking your travel. I bet you before you came on this live, you was trying to decide where you was going this summer for your vacation. I bet you was. All right. Frances, thank you. Hey, Frances, how you doing? I need an angel. 9. I was a travel agent a long time ago, thinking this might be a great second job for me. I was with you till you got to the word job. And I say that with a little humor, because my director, she ain't worked a job since 2017. She's done this since 2017. She has over 165 members on her team, I being one of them, and I'm so glad I have her, okay, because she's amazing. With 165 people, how does she have time for me? But she does, okay. She's working her business successfully. I've only been a travel agent with this host agency for 4 months, and I'm already on the money-making side of travel. Okay? All right? So what you put in it is what you get out of it. Is it a job? I would say it's only a job in the sense that whatever you're trying to get out of it, you're going to have to work to make it happen. All right? You just can't stick a sticker on the wall and say, hey, travel agent here, and hope that everybody's going to flock to you, okay? And say, take me here, take me there, take me here, take me there. You're going to have to put some work into it. Okay, but this is my business, so I'm working to grow my business. I'm working to keep it successful. That's what I'm doing. So I don't know if that answered your question or your statement. I need an Angel 9. If this is something you want to do, I would love to have you on my team. I want you to go to travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget the code T95602. Okay. Get all the information that you're going to need so you can make an informed decision to start your travel business and join my team. Now, I know you. Okay, so nobody wants to cruise. Okay. Because if you double tap, boop, 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 and we get to 10K, I'm giving away travel vouchers. It's a cruise voucher. But only if we get to 10K. All right? All right, great. I need an angel. I'm glad I can answer that question for you. Okay? So, again, if you're doing something, you got a full-time job, yes, you can do this on the side. Like I said, some people are doing it on the weekends. Some people are doing whenever they have free time. And as your coach, as your mentor, if you're working full-time, I can and will help you find those small pockets of time that will help you successfully grow and work your business. Right? Because before I started my business, I was working full-time as a federal employee. Okay? When I started my business, my coach, my mentor, she helped me find my pockets of time. That looked like, hey girl, Barbados, I got your deal. Talk later. A text took me 30 seconds. All right? I'm chewing on my sandwich on my 30-minute lunch break. Okay? And I'm trying to decide, what do I want to... I want to put something on social media, because most of us are already on social media, right? Ooh, I'm going to post the meals that we had on my cruise last year because they were yummy, and say something about how this is what good eating looks like on a cruise. You know, something, whatever. Took me 15, 20 minutes working my business. And when on my way home, I stick my little earplugs in my ear, listen to the book that we're currently listening to for professional development, okay? Working my business. So yes, you can do that. You can actually be successful in this business with only 5 hours a week. Okay? 5 hours a week. And as your coach and mentor, I'll help you find those pockets of time. And then for those who are like, I don't know. Well, let me tell you something else I know. Here's a stat. Adults spend 6.5 hours a day in front of a device, whether it's their phone, their laptop, their computer, or their TV. Me, it might be the TV for me. Because I do binge watch, but it's after like 1, 2 in the morning. I usually let it watch me sleep, okay? But I get it. But that's 6.5 hours. I'm pretty sure that we could find some pockets of time for you to successfully work your business in those 6.5 hours a day. And you don't have to do it a day. I work breakers hours. Okay, that's my routine. Because somebody actually asked me what was my routine. Because I work my business full time now that I am retired. But this is what my day looks like. Mostly. I don't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning anymore. I roll over right around 7:30, 7:26. I might need to play that number in the lottery. But around 7:26, one of the eyeballs pops open. And when that happens, I immediately thank God, because I feel like, okay, I'm awake. And then I roll back over for maybe about an hour. So around 8:30, I'm up. I'm awake. I do a good stretch. I mentally plan my day, or at least try. And then I get up. I go do the soap and water ritual. I get to my office around 9-ish. I make some coffee. Coffee's essential. I sit down at my desk. I'm either finishing up a quote, creating a quote for somebody who's trying to go somewhere, right? Or I am talking to one of my team members, because we got a call. Remember those one-on-one coaching sessions? Yeah. Or I'm doing some training, right? creating some content, posting some content or whatever. Somewhere around 12 o'clock, I get hungry. I eat. Do a little bit more, and then I get itis, and I sit down. I go, okay, what else am I going to do today? Oh, yeah, I'm going live at 4 o'clock, and then I got to cook dinner, and then maybe I might load some laundry. So I work banker's hours, and that's one of the freedoms of having this business. You know, that time freedom, because ain't nobody clocking me, telling me I need to go up in my office and do nothing to nobody. Right? I can eat lunch whenever I want to for as long as I want to, right? I can stop my day whenever I feel like it, okay? That's that time freedom, that personal freedom. If I feel like I want to get up and go down to North Carolina to spend with my son, happy birthday, son. Y'all say happy birthday to my son. He may not be able to see this because I may show it to him later, but it's my son's birthday. Happy birthday, baby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And he ain't no baby. He in his 30s. But okay. It's my son's birthday. But if I decide I want to get up in my car and drive the 4.5 hours to spend the day with him, I can do that. Ain't nobody going to tell me I got to put time off in. I ain't got to get it approved. I can go when I want to, come back when I want to. And if I don't turn my phone on, I don't have to work my business if I don't want to. Would I do it? Not, no, because I like the fact that I can work my business anywhere as long as I got Wi-Fi. But that's that personal time. And I'm on the road to financial freedom. My goal is to have all my bills on what they call it, auto pay. And in order to do that, I gotta have money automatically going in there, right? Right? And dude, I'm just trying to get there. Okay? So, yes, you can do this with a full-time job. Yes, you can. So if you don't think you can, ask the truck driver that's on the team, 18-wheeler, who is successfully working her business. Ask the court stenographer who goes into the courtroom hearing God knows what and has to pray about it, who is successfully working her business. Look, 12:01 is when I sent them the first happy birthday. I've wished them happy birthday at least 6 times. Okay? Thank you, Vivi, for sharing the live. I appreciate you. I'm following you right back. Okay? Yeah, I did. All right? And what were we talking? We said, I lost my train of thought, girl. Anyway, we can help you find those. Oh, court stenographer. She's working her business. We got a financial analyst who works from 8 to 4 with the numbers from 4 to whenever she's done. She's working her business successfully. Thank you, Vivi. Okay? So, yes, you can do this with a full-time job. When I first started, I was working full-time. So, yes, you can do this with a full-time job. Okay? All right. Now, here's one that I haven't talked about in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and address this. Okay? Somebody was like, every time I go on, how do you say it? Every time I go on the dang TikTok, that's just what they said, all I see is travel this, travel that, travel this, travel that. What if I don't want to see this? First of all, don't get on TikTok. Okay? Second of all, I get you. Before I decided to be a travel agent, when I was on TikTok, I didn't see nobody in travel. I didn't see all the people that I see now. I saw the cat videos, the dog videos, those little new dance videos. Okay? Okay? All right? And I'm like, okay, but the moment I decided that I was going to be a travel agent, I saw people in the travel agent business, right? And even after I started my business, now when I go on TikTok, I got to scroll past a couple of people because they're all in the business. I get it. You're seeing a lot of us. Why, you might ask? Is because one of the questions that is mostly asked of people who are retiring and not working, or especially with those who are retiring, right? They want to ask you, what are you going to do now that you're retired? The first thing out their mouth is travel more. Right? So you got those people out there. Then you got people who's like, okay, I need a plan B because I am getting ready to retire. All right? Travel. Travel is one of the hottest commodities out there that has not stopped. It has not been destroyed by recession or COVID even or anything like that. It is still out there. People are still traveling today. Okay? So now people are recognizing this and they're like, oh, okay. Well, I want to be a travel agent. So, of course, they're out there. They're starting their business. They're promoting their businesses. But here's the thing. What people are concerned about, they shouldn't be. Because as many travel agents that are out here, there are a whole lot of people who are not travel agents. Do you know how many people walk this planet? okay, who are going from 17 to 18 to 19 to 21 years of age, and they may want something to do. Maybe they love traveling too. All right? I say that to say that while you, not you, because you guys wasn't having this conversation, but the guy who had the conversation with might think it's oversaturated. It's not. It's not. I could throw a rock in a crowd of people and I may hit, maybe if it skips like it does on the water, 2. You see what I'm saying? Because do you know how many other people are in the world who are not travel agents, who are not even trying to be travel agents? All right? There are a lot of us out here, but there are a lot more people who need us out here. All right? Okay? I'm just saying. So no, it's not oversaturated. And if you're competing with anybody, you're only competing with you. For me, that's who I compete with, right? I have now become what they call a gold builder because I have over 9 people on my team, right? Right? I'm trying to get to directorship, right? Which is like 100 people on my team. And my team grows. My team is still growing. All right, there are small milestones between it, and I'm trying to get to that next milestone called Fireball. Okay, and I'm almost there. I can do this, but who am I competing with? Me. If I know I had a lazy day yesterday and I didn't make any money, or I didn't talk to anybody, I didn't book anything, I didn't even talk to somebody about booking something, I can't blame nobody but me. Because I'm in business for myself, not by myself, but for myself. So in order for me to make money, I got to get my butt off and get a cup of coffee and get upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So the only person you should be competing with is you, not the perceived number of people out there who are doing the same thing that you're doing. Okay? And it's a $10 trillion industry. There's enough for everybody. Remember the 0.5%? That gives me $50 million. I could use $50 million. I have left over. Okay? All right. I'm about to get to the meat of the problem, or the meat of the issues. All right, what people usually ask the question of. Okay, let me see what my time is looking like. Okay, we're good. But before I do that, for those of you who just came in, my name is Tracy. I am a travel professional. And as a travel professional, I will say this. I will never, ever pay more for travel than I need to again. See, what's going on is that those who are in that 85%, right, they booking their own travel. They don't need no stinking travel agent. I'm happy for you. What you need to be is a travel agent because you're doing it for fun. I'm doing it for funds. Funds. Pay me. Baby. Okay? Anyway, so look, my peripheral is messing with me, right? Anyway, I'm about to tell you how much it really costs, because people, that's what they really want to know, right? That's what they really want to know. How much does this cost? And so we're going to get into the meat of that. But I was trying to tell you who I was. My name is Tracy, travel professional, never paying for full price for travel again. You as the consumer, when you're on your clickety-clackety, you're getting the consumer rate. I'm getting the real rate, the merchant rate. We don't travel the same. We don't travel the same. As a travel agent, I have access to those commissions because I'm going to get a commission on everything I book. And there's a commission attached to everything in travel, all right? I also have access to travel agent rates. You ain't going to see them because you're the consumer, okay? And there's a whole lot of other stuff. You can learn about those in travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget my code, TNIGHT5602, okay? All right? And we are talking all things travel, being in the travel business, starting your own travel business, joining me on the money-making side of travel. Now, every time I say that, I now think about how when I used to start doing this, when I started my lives, when I started my business, my phrase was, I'm trying to get on the money. I can't even finish the phrase because I don't say it that way anymore, right? Join me on the money-making side of travel. So if y'all don't get that, I'm already on the money-making side. I'm just trying to get you there because you're doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it, right? If you're one of those planners who's planning it for everybody, go ahead and double tap that screen. Somebody come to you, girl, we trying to get to the Bahamas and we want to do this and we want to do that, and you're the one they come to. You're the one that grandma comes to when she want to get her little bingo trip to Florida on. You're the one who's planning the trips to Disney World for the family. You're the planner. If that's you, double tap that screen. you might as well get paid. Stop paying the .coms for the work that you're doing, because that's who's getting your commission. And even if you go directly to the Carnivals, the Norwegians, the Hiltons, or whatever, they're just keeping their money. They're just keeping their money. Look, I thought about this the other day, and I think I talked about it in my live. To me, it's just like when I go around and I clean my house. Okay, I clean my house. I do what I need to do. Make sure this is all that copacetic, and then the hubs wants to go out there and Minute Maid people to come in here and do some whatever. Why are you paying them? I'm doing the work. They ain't really got to do nothing, but you going to pay them? Oh, no. I'm cleaning my house. You want to pay anybody, pay me. Same thing. If you're out there booking your own travel because you don't need a travel agent, you're doing all the clickety-clacking. You got all the tabs open on your computer. You spent the time either at work, after work, before work, okay, to find the perfect cruise, the perfect hotel, the perfect beach vacation. And then you go, whew. First of all, you only get the consumer rate. And second of all, you're not getting the commission. The Priceline people did. The Kayak people did. The Expedia people did. Carnival kept it. Norwegian kept it. Hilton kept it. All that. The commission that is attached to everything in travel, you're not getting it. So you're just doing it for fun. I used to do it for fun. And I still like doing it. So it's still fun to me. But now I get paid for it. Ain't nobody trying to tell you to do that and then become a rocket scientist. To be the travel agent, because you are your own travel agent, okay? And bake cookies. Ain't nobody trying to tell you that. I'm just saying, you're doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay. All right, let's talk about how much this is going to cost you. And if you have any questions, please drop them down below. This is a Q&A. You got questions? I got answers. Now, I know y'all see that whole $199.90, right? And like I told you, that affords me 2 businesses as a marketing rep, where my job is to sell the business of travel. And before I go any further, when I say your job as a travel marketing rep is to sell the business of travel, y'all can just swallow that phrase of, oh, I ain't no salesperson. The lies you tell, and I mean that being nice, okay? Because when's the last time when you went out to eat at a new restaurant, did you or did you not tell somebody about that new food at that restaurant, right? Did you not say, dude? Because I figure that's how dudes talk to each other. Dude, me and my girl, we went to blah, blah. Man, them oxtails was on fire. Dude is going over to the restaurant. He's going to have the oxtails, and he's going to agree with you because they were the bomb, okay? Ladies, when you go get your nails done. Yep, I did get my nails done the other day, right? And somebody said, oh, I like your nails. Where you get your nails done? Girl, at the nail bar up there in Rivertown. Really? Yes, boo, yes. They go up there to the nail bar. They get their nails done. They pay the nail bar. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. Dude did not give you any money for that restaurant referral, okay? Guess what you did? You sold the restaurant to him. I sold the nail bar to her. They ain't give us no money. But when you are a travel marketing rep and you are selling the business of travel, which is travel, the business, telling people how they can start their own business in travel, how they can be travel agents, how they can stop doing what they was doing anyway for free, all right? You are building a team of people who are working their business every day, creating legacies, using travel as a leverage to build that residual income. Because I don't know about y'all, but I got residual bills. You know, the mortgage, tap, 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 the car note, tap, 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 the insurance for it, the gas for it, and I eat. So I got to buy groceries. These bills come all the time. They don't stop. So I need income that's going to meet them on the regular. You know what I'm saying? So when that bill hits the door, the income says, I got you. Remember I told you my goal is auto pay on everything. Everything. Okay? Right? Okay. So for you to have that, to join my team, start your business and join my team, it's only $199.90. Okay? And before you pass out because you didn't and grasp the pearls, okay? All right? It's $199.90. It's a one-time fee. You're not going to pay it again. You're not going to pay it next month, next quarter. You could be in business for 16 and a half years, and you will only pay that $199.90 one time. And it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So that monthly that comes with it, hey, Dr. Pat, What you right on time. That monthly that comes with it, that $59.90 will not be charged until the 31st day because of the 30-day money back guarantee. You can play with your business for 30 days. It's somewhere around 27, 28, 29 because some of the people are last minute. I'm one of them. Go on and send that little email or call customer service and say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want my money back. Guess what? They're going to give you your money back. They ain't going to ask you no questions. They're not going to say, but why? Come on. You can do this. Give us another check. No, they're going to give you your money back. The $199.90. Right? And again, while y'all fussing about that $199.90, okay? Let me, how they say that it was the goes, picture this. You spend $199.90. Let me ask you, or let me put it like this. I would just say it like this. We, me included, we tend to spend money on the regular and never have anything to show for it. Now, you might get a couple of memories and everything is all good, but the money spent is the money gone. Okay? My husband and I, we like to eat out on date night. And look, I will go to Applebee's Fridays, Red Lobster. I like Red Lobster, okay? But there are nights when we go to those a la cartes and I want my steak to be this thick. Right? He's going to want some lobster. Okay? All of that. The two of us alone, we eat $199.90 before tip. Okay? We had a good time. The food was good. But we're not going to see that food again. At least not in the way that we saw it when we got it. Okay? It's gone. It's not coming back. Dr. Pat says, hi, do I receive an ID for travel agents? You most certainly do. Look. Thank you, Dr. Pat. Thank you for sharing it. I don't know if you can see it, but right up here above my head, it says credentials included. So when you start your business and join my team, you're going to get 3 emails. 2 of them, one's going to come from the marketing business and hey, girl, hey, congratulations. The other one's going to come from the travel side. Hey, ready to start your travel business? Here are the credentials you're going to need. You get your IATA, you get your CLIA, you get your ARC. These are all the credentials you need to start booking travel as a travel agent. You get that immediately. After you hit submit, start your business. Okay? All right? You get all of that. So you'll be ready to go that very first day. Do I suggest you do it the very first day? I would give it a minute because you're going to get a whole lot of other stuff. As long as you with the host agency, those numbers are gonna go. You will not be renewing it. Like I said, that $199 is a one-time fee. The $59.90 is a maintenance, and that maintenance helps you keep track of both back offices because you're gonna get 2 businesses. You're gonna get a website. You're gonna get some resources that you cannot believe, and the training, which is free, and videos right there at your fingertips. Okay. So the only monthly you're going to worry about is the $59.90, and that's not going to start until the 31st day after you start your business. Okay? All right? And while we're talking about it, these are just some of the things that you're going to get for that $199.90. You're going to get your credentials. All right? All right? You'll have the ability to work from anywhere as long as you got a device and Wi-Fi. Okay? So if you go on vacation and you be thinking, oh, I just started my business. Girl, pull out your phone. Somebody sent you a text about Bermuda. Pull out your phone. Do your business and then go back to the beach. Okay? Vacation vouchers, that's going to help build your clientele. $59.99. Yes and no. Initially, you're going to pay to start your, let's just say you want to start your business today. It's only going to cost you $199.90 because it is under a 30-day money back guarantee. That $59.90 is not going to be charged until the 31st day. And then $59.90 the month after. You're only going to pay $199.90 one time. One time. Okay? So if you start today, $199.90 today. On the 31st day from today, and you decide, hey, I'm working this, I got this, they'll charge it $59.90. Then the next month, $59.90. You will not pay $199.90 but one time. Did that answer your question? I hope so. Okay. You get vacation vouchers. You'll get the 14-day travel booking, which is amazing. Okay. That's a step-by-step guide to help you jumpstart your business, answers your questions. I'll know if you've been through it. I mean, it is a workbook. Some people do it in 3 days. Some people take the whole 14 days. Some people like me take a little more than 14 days. Okay. But it is your Bible, if you ask me, to booking travel. What does the $59.90 pay for again? The $59.90, if you want to think of it as like your overhead, your maintenance fee, because you're going to get two businesses. So there's two back offices that help keep track of your commissions, your team members, all of that, and also you'll get a website, all right, that your customers can go to while you're sleeping and start a booking. I know she's asleep, but I want her to see this first thing in the morning. They can go to your website. You get that. You'll have access to some amazing training, resources, and a whole lot more. That $59.90 is the maintenance. Because who else is going to keep track of that? Who else is going to be on there and sending your customers? Because you can build a whole email list for your customers and let them know what the hottest tips, tricks, and travel deals that's going on so that they can come back to you to go on the next trip, all right? Somebody got to maintain all that stuff. Did that help, Vivi? Dr. Pat says, yes, thanks, but I must pay $59 to keep current monthly. Yes, $59.90 actually. But again, that first $59.90 is not going to happen till the 31st day after you start your business. Yes. And I think that's a great value, because if I ain't got to worry about building the website, because I ain't got to create that website, if I could just go in there and get my training on, my accreditations on, all that kind of stuff without having to go through 16 people to do it, please and thank you. And you just need $60 of my money? Yeah, I'll do it. You know what I think of it like this? I think of it like this. If you were working a full-time job, especially in the DMV area, and you worked in downtown DC, you're paying parking every day, every month to go to work 5 days out the week, right? Let's just say, for giggles, that it costs you $60 a month to park. You're like, what am I paying it? Because I'll find some street parking. Yeah, but you might not always find street parking. But you know that if you pay that $60, you know in that garage, you got a place to park every day. So if you pay your $59.90, you already know that all that stuff that needs to be taken care of in the background, in the back offices, is taken care of every day. Awesome, Dr. Pat. Vivi says, do I need an LLC, insurance? Nope, and no. You do not. No, you do not. You do not. Now, a lot of people want to say, because I've got a couple people on my team, because they had other businesses, they have an LLC. They got an EIN number. They got a tax ID number. You do not need that to start your business and join my team. You do not. Nope, sure do not. While we go over some other stuff that you're going to get. Okay, keep the questions coming. You have access to me. Right, you'll get my for real cell phone number. All right, you will also get my calendar where you can schedule unlimited one-on-one coaching sessions. And if you got to do it every day, guess what? You and I are talking every day. Okay, right? There's on-demand training. And a lot of people say, I don't know how to do this. There's a training for that. I don't know how to say what I'm supposed to say to do. There's a training for that. Well, I like cruising. Can I become a cruise expert? There's a training for that. And the trainings are videos, y'all. Videos. Start and stop videos. And they're free. Okay? So you'll get amazing online training. All right? You'll get access to our private chat group. Our private Facebook group, where you can ask any question. Somebody in there knows the answer, or they're going to point you in the right direction. Okay? Sell you. Vivi, you're funny. And you know what? Here's the thing. I ain't trying to recruit everybody. Well, maybe. But what I'm trying to do is give you the information that you need to make an informed decision about starting your travel business, okay? Being in the travel business it's amazing. I have had nothing but a great time. No regrets. That $199.90, I told you, me and my husband can eat that up and let him decide he want to go get some crabs. By the time he get his crabs and I get my stuff from the curry out, yeah, we spent $199 and then some, okay? Okay? It's the truth, Dr. Pat. Look, those who know me or have gotten to know me, because I'm sure there are some repeat offenders in this live, no, this is me 24/7. So even if I'm not for you, this business might be for you, okay? But this is who I am. I love life and I live life as if I am blessed because I woke up. All right. And the information that I am sharing with you, what comes out of my mouth, you can also find in travelagentworkshop.com. I'm just putting it out here in a keep it real kind of manner because I'm a keep it real kind of person. Sometimes I need you to blue collar it for me so that I have no misconceptions about what I'm going to be doing when I start my business. That's why I want people to go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code because I want you to go get all that information so you know exactly what you're getting into when you start your business and join my team. I ain't got time to be lying. I ain't got time to be scamming folks because look, I like the color orange and I am kind of cute in orange, but I ain't trying to go to the slammer for no scam, for no. This is travel, people. Travel. And chances are most of us on this live are a part of the 85 who are already booking their travel anyway, but you're doing it for free. Stop it. Stop paying them people. All right. Oh, and just so you know, because somebody had the audacity to ask me that, any of that $199 going to you? No, because you starting your business. Okay? No, I don't. I don't get any of that. All right? Okay? What else was we talking about? Social media and like social media training. Let me tell you something. I have learned so much about templates and Canva and social media and content that I didn't even know. Some of it I already knew and it just got enhanced. Okay, it is not that hard. It is not that hard. So I'm like, I can do this. So why not? Why not? Okay. All right. And the thing of the matter is, for that $199.90, what you see on the screen, what you've heard come from my mouth is just the icebreaker of it all. There is so much more. The support, the community, look, I can't even put it all up on the screen. It's amazing. And it's travel. Okay? So for $199.90, you can start your business and join my team. All right? All right? Now let's just say you said, well, I don't know do all that. I just want to be a travel agent because I'm apparently listening to you, Tracy. I've been doing it anyway. I might as well get paid for it. And you should. Like I said, stop paying them people. If you're going to book travel, even for just yourself, you might as well get paid for it. I don't know about y'all, but I get the giggles knowing that I can book a trip for myself to Jamaica. Okay? Have a grand time. Whether it's just me and my husband, my kids, and whoever else wants to go. Okay? We can go to Jamaica, have a good time. I can come back, rinse the sand out my shoes or whatever, and realize, oh, I got a check coming. Okay? But let's just say I just want to be a travel agent. You just want to be a travel agent. I just want to book travel for myself, my family. I want to get paid for it. Okay? I want to save money on travel. You can do that. That's only going to cost you $179.95. See, the $199 encompasses, that's the correct way, two businesses. The travel marketing business and the travel agent business. And the difference between the two is this. As a travel agent, your job is to sell travel. Get somebody to Tokyo, Hawaii, Lake Tahoe, Jamaica. That's what you're doing. You're selling travel. You're selling recess. You're selling the world. And you're getting commissions off of everything you book. You get access to those travel agent rates, okay? Because like I said, I will never pay more than I need to for travel again. Okay, we no longer travel the same. All right, but as a travel marketing rep, your job is to sell the business of travel. Let people know, give them the information they need to start their own travel business. Right, and together that gives me the opportunity to make 8 streams of income. That one stream as a travel agent, and I say that one not because it's a bad stream, but it's just the one stream of income. We call that now and later money. Not the now and laters like we used to eat when we were kids, the now and later money. Because if I book something for somebody in December, I book it now. I got to wait till they go on their trip in December, come back, and then maybe January, late January, I'm going to get my money. Now, it's coming. I got it coming, but it's coming later. Even though I booked it now, it's coming later. But on the other side, in my other business, if I am selling the business of travel to other people and they are starting their businesses, they are growing, They're creating, they're making money, because for every person who joins, how do I want to say this because I don't want it to sound like when people join my team, I get a direct sales commission, right? And they have started their businesses as travel agents, and then down the line there are overrides. Remember, as a travel marketing rep, there's 7 additional streams of income. Okay, all right. So as they're working and they're building their business, they're getting paid, you're getting paid, I'm getting paid, we're all getting paid. We're building that residual income. Okay, all right. Now, I initially was only going to be a travel agent. I puffed out my whole chest and told my director that I only wanted to be a travel agent and a travel agent only. I ain't trying to build no team. I ain't into all that. I just want to book travel like I've been doing and get paid for it. Period. Says just like that. No disrespect, but that's what I wanted her to know. But look, by the time I finished watching that video, that, you know, the one you see when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, I was like, oh, and there's the code. I was like, oh, look, wait a minute. Now, I know I'm a 100-watt bulb at times, but let me tell you something. I'm an Army veteran. I'm a published author. I'm a businesswoman. I am not crazy by any means, and I'm not leaving no money or food on the table. So I got both. But if you just want to be a travel agent, it's $179.95. The monthly on that is $39.95. And again, that's not going to be charged to the 31st day, because that $179.95 to start your travel agent business is also under a 30-day money-back guarantee. All right. Now, I don't know if y'all see my face up there, but right at the top of this little top left hand over here, it says money back, because they have some amazing money back guarantees. There's a 30-day money back guarantee where you get to test drive your business for 30 days and decide you don't want it. They're going to give you your money back. No questions asked. Trust and believe, they are not calling you and asking you why you want to stop your business. They ain't doing that. And they're giving you your money back. Okay. The best guarantee, well, I say it's the best one because I love it, is the year-long one. Let's just say you start your business for $199. You start your business today. Join my team. And in the next 12 months, till you get to the end of your first year, right? And you're like, I didn't quite make what I thought I was going to make. The company's been watching. And you know, this is what they say. Let me get my paper. Because I always like to, first of all, I like to show y'all the paper. Because I want y'all to know. I printed all this off. This is from the site. Right? It says, if you do not, listen closely, if you do not earn and or save more in your first year as a travel agent than it costs you in fees paid to be said travel agent, we will refund you the difference. And you get to keep your money, and you get to keep your business. So if you didn't make what you invested, because at the end of the year, you're like, hey, Kim. At the end of the year, you're like, I spent $859.35, but I only made $400. The company knows that. They see that you have been actively working your business throughout that whole first year. And they're saying, I see you. We saw you grow. We saw you work. We see you trying to build that team over there and you're booking stuff. I tell you what, yeah, you spent $859.35 this year. We're going to write you the difference because you only made $400. Okay, we're going to write you a check for $459.35. That's going to make you whole. Okay, and you get to keep the business. Where's the risk? Thank you, love. Where's the risk? Okay. Plus, there's the price match guarantee. Right? Your friend says she want to book this, and you say I'm gonna book it for you, and she found it for cheaper. And you're like, wait a minute, what? Send me what you said. And if she indeed did, it's apples to apples, orange to orange, the same thing. Okay, well, you know what? Price matching, because you don't want to lose a client because she found it cheaper. You're going to honor what she found it for. That way you get to keep a client, she saves some money, and you still get to keep the commission. Right? So if we can't beat it, we will give you 110% of the difference in credit. What? Who does that? Oh, my host agency. If you want to know who they are, just go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code T95602. Okay? We good? We good? All right. Again, my name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional with 2 businesses in travel, right? 2, giving me the opportunity to earn up to 8 streams of income, right? I am a travel agent, which means I make money when I book travel. I'm also a travel marketing rep, which means I make money when I'm not booking travel. I have started an amazing team of like-minded people who are starting their travel business, right? Who are joining me on the money-making side of travel. Go to travelagentworkshop.com. Yeah, I said it just like that. Go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602 so that you can have all the information and then some, so you can make an informed decision about starting your travel business, joining me on my team, joining me on the money-making side of travel. Now, I've had some people ask me, well, how much have you made? How much have you made? First of all, that's just rude. You can't spend my money. Why you need to know how much I made? Okay, but I will tell you this, because I'm gonna stay in compliance. But then think of it like this: when you were at work and everybody was getting them bonuses, end of the year bonuses, Christmas bonuses, or whatever, right? Well, I was always told you don't discuss those kind of things. You don't say, well, how much was your bonus? How much was your bonus? What? How much? You don't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I made, but I will tell you this. I started my business with $199.90. I have already seen my investment returned twice. I have been paid weekly since April 6th. I'm getting paid again this Thursday. Okay? So, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? And all I've done, and all of my teammates, my business partners, met me here on TikTok. They saw me here on TikTok, right? Because for me, that was the easiest thing, right? Because there's different ways that you can promote yourself and your business. You can start with your family and friends, because you know they're going to support you, right? They're probably the same ones that's on the trip with you when you go. The ones you scrambling around to get all their money, because you know everybody don't have their money like they're supposed to have their money. Come on now. I'm just saying. All right, you can start there. I like to use social media, right? Because it's easier for me to sit right here in my living room, do what I'm doing, share the information with you so that you can make the decision to start your travel business, right? If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Maybe you'll look at this and you'll be like, you know what? It's really not for me. You seem nice enough, Tracy, but I don't think this is going to be a me thing. Okay, that's great. I would prefer you tell me that than to just say no right off the bat and don't even know what you're saying no to. At this point, all you got to do, if you're going to say no, you're going to say no. But I think it's less than smart to say no to something you don't even know what you're saying no to. That just doesn't even make sense to me. But go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. Get that information. Get all that information. And like I said, and then some. Because they're going to break it down for you, honey. Break it down for you. And then you have all the information you need to make an informed decision about starting your business. Miss Kim here, she's my newest team member. Okay? She saw me on TikTok. I think she told me she was in the peekaboo room for a meeting. But it's okay, because that's where I started, in the peekaboo room. All right, but I realized that what I was doing anyway, because I'd already booked my cruise for this year, and y'all trying to tell me that I could have been doing this for the last 16 years and getting paid for it. No regrets, but now I know better. And they say when you know better, you do better, right? Okay, all right. I just thought I'd put that out there. All right. Now we was trying to get to 10K. I did say trying. I really try to get that out of my vocabulary, but I can only tap so much, and I need y'all to get me to 10K. Now, am I going to sit here all night until we get to 10K? If we got questions, I will. So if you got questions, I got answers. Vivi says, I got you to 10K. Oh. Okay. Vivi. Okay. The fence, that sounds painful. Maybe because I'm a little healthy in the back, and sitting on the fence just does not sound conducive to being on there. But I get it. And I urge you to go to travelagentworkshop.com. And when you get the video, let the hubs watch it with you. Let him watch it with you. Okay? so that he can have the information. Because I know how men's is. I got one. I married him. Pretty smart. But it's like, they don't think like us. But I'm pretty sure when he sees the information that he's going to see in that video, all right, and you share with him what you learned here on this live, right? And then it's like, because I don't know if y'all see all that stuff that's on top of this. That's why I say just screenshot the screen so you can see what you're getting for your $199.90, okay? But like I said, all of that's in the workshop, but you can screenshot that. So he may want to go look at it for himself, because that's how they are. But I look forward to hearing from you. You do have you go to my inbox. Make sure you're following me. I think we are. And that way you can find me. So when the hub says, girl, go and do your thing. Go and do your thing. I'll be right here. I will be right here. Because I am looking for some motivated, self-sufficient, ambitious, and coachable people to join my team. If I had to put a number on it for today, 5 people. My goal is to do 5 people in one day. It is quite possible. Okay? I'm looking for 5 people right now to go ahead to go to travelagentworkshop.com using my code. Get that information and say, yup, you're so right. Start your business and join my team. But like I said, you got to be motivated, self-sufficient, ambitious, and coachable. And when I say coachable, this ain't me trying to say you got to do exactly what I tell you to do and the way I say to do it and when I tell you to do it. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. What I mean by coachable is, look, I've met some 6-figure earners since I've started my business, okay? Been in the same room with some 6-figure earners, right? I've been on a live with a woman who says she's a director. $30K a month. What I could do with $30K a month. Oh my God. Okay? And I have since started to grow my business. Remember, I'm Goal Builder. If you go to travelagentworkshop.com, you'll figure that one out. You'll know what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm like, okay, so when I say coachable, when my director comes to me and she says, here's a suggestion, do X, 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 Y, and Z. And I noticed that when she does X, X, Y, and Z, it pretty much works. So guess what I'm doing? X, X, Y, and Z, and it works. Now, if we're talking, I'm coaching, I give you what you need or what I think you're going to need, and you either blow it off, don't do it, or just don't even try, and then you come back and say, well, this isn't working. Well, did you try the method we were talking about? No, you're not coachable. When I send you the email when you start your business and join my team, it's going to give you the blueprint in 6 steps. Thank you for the roses, Kim. It's going to give you 6 steps to jumpstart your business. And if you come to me and you say, Tracy, well, how do I A, B, and C? And I know that A, B, and C was step 3 in the email that I said you got to read from top to bottom, okay? Then, thank you, Kim. You coachable, okay? I've run into people who have done that to me, and I said, well, did you read the email? Oh, well, no, I didn't read the whole email. Well, why not? Well, I didn't think I had to read the whole email. Then what was the point of me sending it? Does that make me mad? No. Frustrates. But I understand. So I encourage you to read the emails that you are going to receive when you start your business and join my team. All right? Mine is important because it gives you the blueprint, the step by step that you need to jumpstart and be successful in your business. It is just that. It is 6 steps. The email ain't even a whole. It's just under a page long, if that. And it might have been because of the size of the font. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just that easy because it's travel. 85% of y'all were doing it anyway. You just weren't getting paid for it. Okay? I now am getting paid for it. All right? I get to go on there, look for a trip, either for myself, my family, my friends, put it together, go enjoy the trip, or know that they've gone and enjoyed that trip. When they come back, I get my money. Okay? That's the beauty of it all. All right? That's the beauty. Like I said, my goal is to go on my next trip, be on the beach, and not worry about when the bill got paid or whether I got to rob Peter to pay Paul and then worry about who I'm going to have to pay back. No, I want to be on the beach. I am going to be on the beach, not worrying about the receipts or the bills, but the deposits, and not worrying, but knowing that I just got paid. Sip, sip. Oh, ding, I just got paid. Sip, sip. Just that easy. That's my goal. I don't know what your goal is. That's my goal. All right? Okay. Before I dip out of here, let me do a couple of highlights. Okay. Again, if you want to start your businesses as a travel marketing rep and a travel agent, we call those hybrids. I'm a hybrid, because I got both businesses with the opportunity to make up to 8 streams of income. Okay, I'm on that money making side of travel. That costs $199.90. That is a one-time fee, y'all. Once. You're not gonna pay it more than once. Not next year, not next quarter. The monthly on that is $59.90, which will not be charged until the 31st day because it's a 30-day money back guarantee. Test drive your business for 30 days and then say, I'm not going to do this. I don't know how you see in 12K when all I see is 5.6. And I need to see 10. So I don't know. But it is over 5K, so I might. But I don't see 10K. I don't see 12 for sure. Okay. And I've talked to somebody else who had this problem. I need to see it on my side, because what you guys are seeing on your side, I'm not saying that you don't see 12K, VV, but I see 5.6K. I don't know. In any case, the $199.90 is a one-time fee with a $59.90 maintenance fee to be charged on the 31st day. When in that 30 days you decide you don't want to do it, just let them know they send you your money back. Okay? All right? If you want to be a travel agent and a travel agent only with that one stream of income, because you're going to get paid by commission on everything you book, and everything in travel has a commission attached to it. So y'all 85%, y'all can stop paying the .coms for the work that you're doing, because that's what you're doing. You're giving your commission away. Okay? All right. Thank you for the rose, Kim. That's $179.95. And again, that's a one-time fee. You're only going to pay it once. Not next year, not next quarter. And it also comes, hey, Abby. It also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So the $39.95, that's the monthly, won't get charged to the 31st day. Test drive your business. Decide what you want to do. And then if you say, I'm 27, 28, 29 in a half day, you're not going to do it, they will give you your money back, no questions asked. Thank you, Abby, for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. We good? Thank you for the rose, Vivi. I appreciate you. I think I told you guys that there's no quotas. This could be your full-time business, career opportunity, or it could be a little side hustle. That's the word of the century. But it pays you. Okay? Like I said, join me. Join, keyword. Join me on the money-making side of travel. Okay? There's no minimum requirements to join other than the fact that you need to be 18 with a credit card, because you got to be grown and you got to have some way to pay for your business. Okay? There's no long-term contracts. If you do this for 6 months and you're like, you know what, I see the potential, I see the value, but I don't want to do it no more, you can quit. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. There's no contracts. You can stop. Okay? You can book travel for your clients as often or as little as you like. If you're someone who's doing it just for you, just so you can get your travel cheap or save money when you travel, or you want your commissions off your own travel, you can do that. Maybe you only travel 2-3 times a year. That's good too. You keep yourself active. You're going to keep your commissions, right? Or if you got somebody who travels, maybe you got a businessman on your list and he goes somewhere every month. Okay, book his trips every month. All right, get your commissions on. Okay, all right, you could do that. Like I said, some of us are doing it full-time work every day. I have my banker's hours. Sometimes I work a little more, to be quite honest, okay? But I work mine full-time. We got people who are working full-time who only do it part-time. Some people only do it on the weekends. Some people only do it at the free time that they do have, okay? All right? So you can do that. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss nothing out of this video. Though I know all this pretty much by heart. All right. Okay. I think that's it. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today, listening to me, because like I said, I know time is a precious commodity, and the fact that you sat here for more than 30 seconds listening to me run my mouth, I appreciate that. But the information that I gave you, it may not be for you. I get it. Maybe you don't want to be a travel agent. Maybe you want to stay the 85% that's going to book your travel on your own. You don't need a travel agent. You're going to do it for fun because you're not going to get paid for it. Your commission is either going to the something.coms or directly to the provider, whoever you're booking your trips through. They're keeping their commissions, okay? Myself, I left the 85% group because I was thinking, if I'm going to be on the computer and I'm going to be booking a trip, whether it's just for me, my friends, my family, or whoever, and you telling me I was doing that for free, but now that I know better, I can get paid for it? Say less. And then all I got to do is share the information with other people who might want to be travel agents and get paid for it? Y'all better stop playing with me. But it's true. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. If I'm not for you, I am not for you. My girl, Kim, she was online. Let me see if I can see her name so we can make sure you follow her. Kimberly Burris. Follow her. She's an agent on my team. Okay? And I thought I saw one other person who was on my team, but they came in and went. They may be doing their own live at this point. Okay? All right? You can always join them. Right? But I am who I am. I am kind of special. I'm just joking. But if you go to travelagentworkshop.com and you use my code, first of all, let me repeat this. Do not put www. There is no www. Do not put the word the in front of it. There is no the. It's just travelagentworkshop.com. You're going to go to that page, see that lovely lady on the right at the laptop, scroll down till you get to the part where it's asking you for your first name. You ain't even got to put your good government name. You can put Teddy Bear 22 up in there, a working email, and the code T95602. They're going to send you an email. Now, if you don't get the email within 20, 30 minutes, okay, it's like, okay, check your junk file, check your spam folder, okay, and then if you don't have it, you can come back and say, Tracy, I didn't get it. If I'm not here, go in my inbox, but make sure you follow me so you can find me, right, and say, I didn't get it, and I will send you the link. Okay, in that link, they're going to send you an email, and then in the email is a video. It's a start and stop video. It is a free start and stop video. Okay, Abby says the travel webinar are times just for one day or any. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys see the exact same thing, but you are going to get an email with the video in it. That first video, right? Watch that video. After that, you should be able to scroll down. After you watch that video, you should be able to scroll down. Okay. You should be able to scroll down. Hold that thought, Abby. You should be able to scroll down and you're going to see something that says day 2 webinar. And there's going to be the day 2 video. Then you can scroll down after you watch that. If you watch it, because I only watched the first video. I was done after the first video. You'll watch the second video. Then you'll see day 3 webinar. There's a video. Okay? Watch the video. Okay? So when you watch that video, you're gonna see a page that says you don't have to wait 3 days. Okay? Because what happens is they send you the email, they put the first video in there. If you just shut it out and you go away, then the next day they're going to send you video 2. The third day they're going to send you video 3. But if you watch the first video and go back out and go scroll all the way down, okay, you'll get video 2, you'll get video 3, and then at the very end, you'll see this page that says, so what's next? And it'll have your name there, and then it'll say, click here. There's instructions on how to start your business and join my team. Make sure you just got my code, T95602. Okay. Hey, business bestie. Hey, sis. How you doing? Okay. And if you get that far, or if you get to video 1 and you're like, okay, you know what, Tracy, I don't even want to be bothered with all the other stuff. I just need to know what I need to do to start my business. Okay. Come on back. Go into my inbox. Okay. All right. And I'll give you the link to get started. All right. But please go to travelagentworkshop.com, because at the end of the day, what I don't want to happen is for you to say, well, okay, and you don't know everything you need to know to make an informed decision. Because what you're not going to do is that, Tracy, you ain't tell me that. You didn't say that. I didn't know that. Trust and believe everything that I have said out of my two lips and in the Travel Agent Workshop is going to give you the information you need to be either on the yes side or the no side of starting your business. Okay? But I implore you to go to travelagentworkshop.com, because it will be so easy for somebody to say, oh, I'm interested, and then I just send you the link to get started, and then you get started and it's not what you thought it was, because you didn't have the information, because you heard what I said, but maybe I didn't say everything you needed to know. But when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, trust and believe you will hear everything you need to know, and then some, to start your business. Okay? All right? Does that make sense? Because look, I'm not trying to recruit everybody, but look, I told you I'm looking for five. Okay? But you got to be self-sufficient, motivated, ambitious, and coachable. So if you're someone who loves travel, wants to travel more, would like to save money when they're traveling, and of course, you're thinking that whole, I want to get paid because I was doing it anyway, travel, okay? You definitely want to go to the workshop. Travelagentworkshop.com, my code TNIGHT5602. All right? Make sense for everybody? My name is Tracy, and we've been having a Q&A session about the travel business, how much it costs to get started. Y'all see it up there, right? What it's like to be in the travel business. Look, I'm going to tell y'all this, and then I'm going to roll on out, because the sister's getting hungry, and I'm making shrimp scampi Alfredo. Yeah, I'm ghettoizing it, but okay. When I started this business, I knew I wanted to be a travel agent. And while I like being on the money-making side of travel, let's not get down to what's that, I also like being the planner. I also like putting together the trips, the dream trips people have been waiting to go on, and they've been saving up. I want to make sure they go and have a great time. I get the warm and fuzzies after somebody has taken a recommendation from me or been there, done that, and they say, Tracy, you a girl. I feel good about that because I help them experience that. That's my warm and fuzzies. And now, being a travel agent, not only do I get that warm and fuzzy, I get paid. Winner, chicken dinner. And I don't have to do anything more than what I've already been doing anyway, except maybe sharing the information that you're going to need to start your travel business. It's all about sharing. Because like I said, I'm not a salesperson, but I will share the information you need. When you ask me, well, I want to be a travel agent, what do I need to do? Girl, let me tell you. Go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. That's where all the magic begins. Y'all got it? All right. So thanks again for hanging out with me. I'm usually here Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, unless, of course, the Hubs is off or something crazy is going on. Because when he's off, his schedule is never the same. So he says he's off Friday. So if I go live, it's going to be either really early or very late. You sent an email? Abby, where'd you send the email? Thank you for sharing the live, Vivi. Where'd you send the email? You said you sent an email. Did you send your email in my box? Is that what you're saying? Okay, maybe that's what you're saying. Are you telling me you sent your email to my box? So you, to the TikTok chat. Okay. In the I don't mean to put it on the screen. Okay. So it's in my inbox. So what do you need from me? You want me to go ahead and send you the link to get you started because you've been to travelagentworkshop.com? Because Abby ain't new here, y'all. She been here before, y'all. And it's okay. She's here. Okay, I got you. If it's in my yes, your inbox. Okay, great. So are you ready? You ready? Let me ask you a question. After everything, and this is for everybody. After everything we've just talked about, I'm going to give you 3 numbers to choose from. 3 numbers to choose from, right? Number 3 says, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be a travel agent, but I might want to use you as my travel agent. Okay. The times that I'm going to be here on TikTok, 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. If you said, I'm not going to be a travel agent, but you know what? I might be needing you to book my trip. Okay, that's a number 3, right? A number 2 is, well, you know what? I'm interested, but I do have a couple of questions. I do got a couple of questions, Tracy. Put a 2, okay? You can either put it in the chat or you can put it in my inbox, all right? Number 1 is, I have heard everything I need to know. I am a number 1. I'm ready to go ahead and get started. What is my next step? Okay? I got you. So whether you put that number 1, I'm ready. 2, I'm interested, but I got a question. 3, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to use you to do it for me. Number 3, put it either in the chat or go ahead and stick it in my inbox. And again, remember to follow me so that you can find me. All right? That's the question that I have for you. Okay? One more time. If you're not interested in being a travel agent, if this is not for you, if I'm not for you, put a 3 in the chat or go ahead and put it in my inbox. Okay? I got you. I'm your travel agent. I got you. Number 2 says, I'm interested in this travel agent business, but I do have a couple of questions. Put it down here in the chat, number 2, or put it in the inbox. Put it in my inbox, okay? All right. Number 1 means I've heard everything. I was watching the travel agent workshop. You said everything I needed to know because I was already there. Put a 1 in the chat or put it in my inbox, okay? All right? And we will take it from there. I'm just curious to see where everybody's mind is. Where your mind is. What you're thinking, okay? All right? Thanks again, guys, for hanging out with me. Again, I'm here Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. This Friday is a little iffy because my husband is off. So I don't know what we're going to be doing that day, all right? But always keep your notifications on so you can follow me. And if you're following me, you'll know when I go live, all right? So in the meantime, in between time, and until I see you guys again, take care of yourself, take care of each other, be blessed, and know that I love you.